I got a client a property for 5% under market value in a market where things are going like hotcakes well above asking price. How does that happen? Well, working with a good agent matters, period. If an agent tells you that getting under contract is not complex right now and there aren't a million different things that you can use to your advantage to leverage, you might want to run in the other direction. People are saying, how do I avoid getting into a 15 offer situation? Well, here's exactly how you do that. Hey, for some of you out there, for the majority of you out there that are trying to get an offer accepted up in this market, if you're pulling your hair out, if you are ready to just go crazy because you can't get under contract, I'll tell you, you're not the only one, but we're going to discuss the tactics, the tips, the tricks, the strategies, how to execute a plan, and how to seriously get yourself under contract up here in the greater Reno area in this bloodbath of a market. Stay tuned. All right, hey everyone, thank you for stopping back by the channel. Logan Allen Williamson here, representing Williamson Professional Real Estate Sale. If you are looking to buy or sell real estate up here in the Reno, Nevada area, I'm a local real estate agent here. I want to talk to you. Call, text message, email. Some of you think this is funny, some of you don't, but smoke signal, carrier pigeon, doesn't matter. Send me a telegram or whatever the heck it used to be. Let's play, what is it? The whatever it is game, telephone. Get in contact with me. This market is moving quickly. In this video, we're going to discuss what it actually takes to get under contract up here in Reno. And I will tell you what, it is truly a bloodbath. But if you roll with the punches, you work with diligent professionals that will go to bat for you. I'm telling you right now, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm getting my clients' offers accepted left and right. And granted, yes, I do have clients where we put in 20 plus offers and we're still fighting. We are still in the fight, in the battle, still to this day, trying to get something accepted and get under contract. But what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss tactically what you need to do to execute a plan to give you the best chance of getting under contract up here in Reno, Nevada. There's a ton to cover. I'm going to talk fast. I'm not very regimented, but you know what? We just shoot off the cuff. I have these conversations literally 5 to 10 times per day with clients that say, hey, I'm interested in buying a house up in Reno. What do I need to know? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how to get the job done, so stick with me. Here we go. So we're going to break this down into a couple different things. One is going to be from the standpoint of you giving me a call and you saying, hey, I'm interested in buying a house up here in Reno. What do I need to do? Submitting offers to going under contract to close on the property and then moving forward and actually relocating out here. There are 1,000 different things that I could talk about because this is a big complex thing. If an agent tells you that getting under contract is not complex right now and there aren't a million different things that you can use to your advantage to leverage, you might want to run in the other direction. Let's say you reach out to me. Hey Log, looking at getting into a property up in Reno. I need to sell over here in South Carolina, and I want to move up to Reno. I've accepted a job offer. I've got my dream job right now. Let's say at the Veterans Hospital. I'm working out at Tesla. I'm at a new corporation. I'm coming up here. I'm in-house legal counsel for Reno. Doesn't matter. You name it. Whatever the job may be, the first thing that I'm going to ask you probably is, hey, are you pre-qualified for a mortgage? Or are you going to be paying cash? If the answer is paying cash, fantastic. If the answer is no, I have not pre-qualified for a mortgage, or yes, I have. Let's even go the yes, I have route. Great. Okay. Who's the lender that you're working with? Are they licensed to lend in the state of Nevada? Because that is a requirement. If your lender is not licensed to lend in the state of Nevada, you are going to have to go through the pre-qualification process again. You're going to have to go through the mortgage application again. Yes, that's going to be another hard pull on your credit. Yes, that's going to be another blemish on your credit history. However, if you want to purchase up here, you do have to have a pre-qualification from a Nevada licensed lender. What a lot of folks don't understand, they say, oh, well, I've gotten pre-qualified through Rocket Mortgage or these different places. It is so competitive right now. If you're going to leverage financing up here in Reno, the name on the letterhead matters. When a listing agent is reviewing 15 offers and they're looking at the potential buyer and who did the pre-qualification, if you have a top name locally here in the marketplace that understands the local underwriting restrictions, that understands local policy, that does business with a lot of agents up here whose name is well renowned, it is going to do a lifetime of good for you with your opportunity to actually get that property under contract. Now, financially, I'm not incentivized to refer you to anybody, but I will tell you that I have a small handful of lenders that I work with intimately with the lion's share of my clients, and they are rock stars. If you are looking for a referral to a mortgage broker, maybe not to a lender who's affiliated to one bank, but somebody that can shop all rates and terms for you, that's going to put together the most favorable financial plan for you, then I would be more than happy to make a referral. But that is the first piece of the puzzle if you're interested in making offers. People are saying, well, how do I avoid getting into a 15 offer situation? Well, here's exactly how you do that. And this is based on March 2021. because policies may change. Right now, in this marketplace, we're seeing coming soon listings, meaning that a listing can be put on the market. The seller can accept offers, they can go under contract, but the property is not eligible to be shown until its actual available date. And that's the date that everybody can get in to see it. What my clients are doing, they're working with me through a due diligence phase where they're either coming up to the area or they're going through my videos or talking to me over the phone to get a lay of the land. I will shoot you straight as far as where you work, your lifestyle, your budget, your price point, where you're from in the past, what you're used to, what you're looking for. I'll tell you definitively where you want to be in a pretty quick amount of time. What that means for you is that once I get you on a drip from the MLS, and let me back up a bit. A lot of folks are looking at Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, Trulia, my website. What you have to understand is that these are all what are considered IDX syndicate websites. They pull directly from the MLS, and they are a snapshot anywhere between 48 and 72 hours late of what's actually happening. What does that mean? Well, if you're looking at property 123 Main Street for $500,000 and it looks like it's a new listing, there's a good chance that property went under contract 3 days ago and you're looking at data that is just not up to date. So what do? I put you on a property drip directly from the MLS, which is going to give you notifications with coming soon, new and active listings, and you're going to get email notifications and updates with price adjustments, price corrections, and everything of the sort that's going to be up to date and accurate. Now, what my clients are doing, let's say you're familiar now with Southeast Reno. You've looked at the properties that are for sale. You've looked at the properties that have sold in the past. I have described in detail what it's like out there in the area. You're pretty much decided that you would be comfortable in that area. You want to start to target that. Okay, great. Well, now it's Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m. You get an email notification that a coming soon listing has just hit the market. What I'm doing, what a lot of my clients are seeing success with, is they're calling me up. They're saying, hey, Log, we just saw 123, Ferguson Street. What can we do? What do you think here? Well, we're going to take that letter of pre-qualification that you have. We're going to write an offer, sight unseen. That's right. We're going to put it in. We're going to try to get it accepted. We might put a little pressure on the listing agent. We might put a 4-hour expiration on that. We might do something strategically to put a little bit of pressure on the other side to get them to accept the offer before everybody else gets a crack at it. And does this work every time? Of course it doesn't. Does it work sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. Cash does give you leverage, of course. And like I said, I'm getting clients' offers accepted constantly. I just had an offer accepted 5% under market value with the client. They fell out of contract. I was on it immediately. I got a client a property for 5% under market value in a market where things are going like hotcakes well above asking price. How does that happen? Well, working with a good agent matters, period. So you get to the point where you write an offer on a coming soon listing. Let's say you get it under contract. You still presumably are going to have your inspection period to where if you can fly out to site, or I can do a FaceTime tour with you at the property to where you can get comfortable in whether or not you want to walk away or you want to move forward with the contract. The inspection clause, the inspection period is crucial for you, especially if you're coming from out of town right now in this hot market. There are things that you can do with the offer, with the contract to try to make it more favorable as well. First and foremost, up here in Greater Nevada, depending on the price range, your standard earnest money deposit is going to be $1,000 or $1,500. Now, if you're able to put down more earnest money, I would recommend that you do so. It's just something that makes your offer a little bit more attractive to the seller in the event that you did decide to walk away and they were eligible to keep your earnest money, which isn't always the case. The second thing, you do have the option to waive inspections. Do I recommend that? Absolutely not. I do not recommend waiving inspections unless you're looking at a home that potentially was built within the past couple years and it looks like it's in immaculate condition, and I go walk the property myself for you and just basically determine that it might be safe to do so. I still don't recommend it. The third thing, we're seeing a lot of appraisals being waived in this market. If you're going to leverage financing, if you're going to leverage a mortgage, the property does have to go through the appraisal process. The appraiser works for the bank. They don't work for the seller. They don't work for you. They work for the bank. What they're doing is they're appraising the property to determine what it's worth so that the bank can actually fund the loan. If a property, let's call it, is $550,000 and you decide to waive the appraisal. Now, if the property appraises at $480,000 and you've offered $500,000, you will have to come out of pocket an additional $20,000, or we will have to renegotiate the purchase price, which is unlikely considering there will probably be a full price, if not higher, backup offer waiting with first right of refusal, or you can walk away from the contract, and at that point you would be in a position where you would lose your earnest money deposit. But what I'm getting at, your earnest money deposit, the amount of that, the inspection clause, which can be waived, and the appraisal, which can be waived, are 3 high leverage negotiating points on the front end of trying to get an offer accepted. Now, what are some minutia? Well, closing costs being the resale package with the homeowner association, the transfer fees, the title insurance, the home warranty, all these little things that come in with the closing costs. You can take those on, but you're talking about 0.75 to maybe 1.5%, which is pretty minuscule when you're talking about people that are going to get 15 offers on a home. Usually cash is king. The person that writes the highest and best offer with cash, with the cleanest contract, is just going to win the home. It's not always the case. Now, what we've been told is that ethically we're not supposed to submit pictures, cover letters directly from the buyer to the seller. It's not illegal, and sometimes it makes sense. Are we able to do that? Yes. Do we do it all the time? Does it matter every time? No. Some listing agents do not play ball, and it's not going to move the needle for you. But what we do want to do is get as aggressive as possible with the contract. If you decide that you want to write on the property, I work for you and I work hard for my clients. And I say that humbly, but I take my clients very seriously. And when my clients are looking for homes up in this market, I know how frustrating it can be when you're writing multiple offers, when you don't know if your agent is out there busting his tail for you or her. I've worked for 2 top teams in my career. And now I'm out here on my own with my small team that I'm building. What I've found, the difference between top agents in a marketplace is they know it's a contact sport. They're on the horn constantly, because relationships matter, conversations matter, information matters. The first thing I do when a client says I want to write an offer, I'm on the horn with the listing agent. I am not bugging them, but I am diligently trying to get any information that we can. Is there interest on this property? Can we get in to see it? What's important to the seller? Is there any information that might, I don't want to say give us an edge, but that might be important? Is the seller looking for a quick close? Is that something that would be a lucrative stance for us to take when we do write our offer up? Is the seller looking for some sort of a closing credit? Do they need to do a rent back? Would it be an incentive for them if they could do a rent back free of charge? Because maybe the buyer, maybe you as the buyer don't have urgency where you need to get in there immediately at close of escrow. All these little things, but it comes from communication. You would not believe how many agents do not pick up the phone. This is a contact sport. I'm on the horn all day, every day, busting it for my clients. That's how I'm getting offers accepted, is I'm playing the game. And I want to play the game for you. I want to help you. Now, if we do get you into contract, the likelihood that you're going to go through an inspection, you're going to get a repair allowance, you're going to get a lowered purchase price because we're trying to renegotiate as hard as we can to get you a deal, very probable that that's not going to happen in this marketplace. What we're seeing, if and when I can get you under contract, we're seeing a lot of full price or above ask backup offers. And what that means is that if you want to walk away from the deal and the seller chooses to not negotiate through the contract, they are going to have a backup offer, which is going to get first right of refusal to basically move forward with the purchase into contract, into an escrow once you're out. So what you can assume up here is that you're going to have to write an aggressive offer. You can assume that writing a contingent offer, contingent on the sale of another home in another market, meaning you have to sell your house before you can purchase up here. It's tough to get those offers accepted, even though I'm still doing it based on the tactics that I'm telling you now. Where there's a will, there is a way, but your agent matters. Who you work with right now matters more than ever. When it comes to this business, there are 2 things that are important to me. One is creating a world-class client experience for you, finding you a wonderful home that you're going to be proud to own. And 2 is collecting a paycheck. I'm in business to make money. I pay my bills by being a full-time real estate agent. I take this very seriously. That's why I'm so direct and intense, because working with people that are going to fluff things, that are going to pretend like this market is rainbows and butterflies, peaches and cream, and it's going to be easy for you to find a house, especially being in a different geographic location, it's all BS. And I don't BS my clients. I shoot you straight, for better or for worse. But what you can guarantee is working with an agent like me is that you're going to have somebody that is fighting tooth and nail to help you execute your plan. And that matters now in this market more than it ever has. Whew. Hey, all that being said, thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate that. Logan Allen Williamson here, representing Williamson Professional Real Estate Sales. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate up here in the Reno, Nevada market, I want to talk to you. It's never too soon to reach out. It could be too late to reach out if you've already signed something and you're contractually bound to another agent. Don't do that. But it's never too early to reach out to me to discuss your plan of buying or selling up here in Reno. Reach out, please. Thank you for watching the video. Share this with your friends. Share this with anybody that's looking to buy or sell up here in Reno. Reach out to me, please. Like, subscribe, comment on the video. Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.